No more music. Stop jamming. It's podcast time. Jeez Louise. Hi, it's me. You might have noticed a couple of things. You might have noticed if you know about me, you might have noticed a couple of things. One, I've changed my name. Or long story short, like I'm working on my career, right? And you have to make decisions about things like your name. And I'm like, well, do I want to be Rebecca Bolnez when I'm getting so successful? And what I realized is no, I don't want to be Rebecca Bolnez. I want to be what is my actual real full name, which is Rebecca Rose Bolnez. And you might say, Rebecca, that sounds fake. I'm going to say, my mom, why are you trying to diss my mom like that? Also, my mom is Rosa. Also, it's a family thing. Also, it's pretty. I think it's prettier than Rebecca Bolnez. So now I'm like, okay, should I start introducing myself as Rebecca Rose Bolnez on the podcast? Because I have rebranded and you guys just got to kind of go with me on this one. It's Rebecca Rose Bolnez, and that's very feminine. And I'm actually giving the most femme energy that anyone has ever seen or heard or witnessed in life. So all that's to say that I'm Rebecca Rose Bolnez, and this is Classroom Crush. Yeah, we're on perhaps maybe my fifth and a half week of having poison ivy. Don't know what's going on with that, but everything's chill. Everything's great, especially, my friends, because today is a very special episode. Today is maybe the second time I've done this episode. Me and this guest have done this episode. Maybe, perhaps, this episode was lost many a year ago. And maybe when I was like, who do you guys want on Classroom Crush? Maybe people were like, Rajat. And I was like, oh no, I already said the name. Oh no, I spoiled it. Everything's ruined. No, whatever. Everyone's like, this guy. And I'm like, didn't I fucking have this guy? And then I messaged this guy. I'm like, didn't I fucking have you? And this guy's like, yeah. And then it wasn't a thing because you were a loser and you don't even know how to do podcasts. Just kidding. He would never say that. He's very nice. But it was an episode that was lost to technical difficulties. And it's an episode we've been trying to reschedule for years of life. And I'm very excited to do it. I don't really remember much from the episode. And we're going to, at the end, we'll decide if we think that this episode was better than the last one, even though we don't really remember the last one. But I feel like we'll be able to tell. You know, if this is a bad episode, we'll know. But it won't be, because today I am joined by and yes, this is how he wishes to be introduced, the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. Rajat Suresh.
Yes.
Rajat.
Oh, wow. They're the same syllables. Adele Dazeem, Rajat Suresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of perfect.
How did you
I didn't even realize
work that out? Man, parallel.
I had to talk to John Travolta's guys and work it out. Yeah. So.
For me, I'm just like, when will John Travolta be free? You know? Because like,
oh, yeah.
Tom, he's in too deep on the whole the Scientology of it all. Travolta, I feel like he's asking for help.
Travolta.
That was actually a moment.
We should give it to him. Mm-hmm.
That was he was like, wickedly talented Adele Dazeem, get me the fuck out of here. It's that he's probably gay, and they're like, we know you're gay. We're gonna get over it.
It's a cry for help.
Yeah,
it's a cry for help, and everyone decided to make fun of him.
I know, when it was actually a moment to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
And to save him.
Yeah, that's how I sort of operate as like an empath and whatnot. I just like, people laugh.
Yeah.
And me,
you're crying.
I cry.
Yeah. I've actually seen you cry so many times now that I'm thinking of it.
I'm a crier. I'm sensitive.
And you go full ugly, like, You know, this is a real moment of vulnerability. It's true. I wish that I was an elegant crier, but I'm really not. I'm not an elegant crier or like sweater. Like if I'm hot, if I'm crying, and if it's both, oh God, don't even mention it. Face so red, you know, like ugly, which is what's going to get me the Academy Award one day. They're going to say, she's so raw. I'm like, you mean ugly and red-faced? Rajat, are you trying to do acting? Trying to do serious acting?
Am I trying to do serious acting?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
I don't know if you saw this, but I did have one line in Severance. Did you see that?
Okay, do I hear the real truth about Severance? Is that I don't have Apple TV, so we were watching it on like one of our bad boy apps, right?
And you didn't prepare for this podcast.
No, listen.
Okay. All right.
Well, I asked you how you wanted to be introduced, and you did not say one line in Severance, man. Okay.
Well, that's because I'm the wickedly talented Zelda Z.
No, it's really actually a tragic story is that we were watching the show. I was very much enjoying the show. And then the bad app that we used to watch the show like broke. And like, and now I've tried to re-download it. And basically this is what it's saying. If you got the Apple TV login, let me know. I'd really like to finish Severance.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, maybe. Yeah. Maybe
Can you give me the line though? Will the line spoil it for me?
Yeah. No, it won't.
Okay. Give it to me
my
straight.
line was, Rick and the neti pot is warm. And that's the only thing I said in the whole season.
Can I hear it one more time? But you're devastated. Actually, you're devastated about this.
Yeah. Rick and the neti pot is warm. Rick and...
And that's why they call him the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. One more, just one more for the people, you know, like I know there's a lot of artists, actors, aspiring creators who listen to this podcast. And watch, I just like turn my podcast into Hollywood Handbook. I just start ripping them off. You've done my dream, which is be on that show. And that's actually very rude. I created that show. Did you know?
You created Hollywood Handbook?
Yeah. They won't let me talk about it.
That is like such classic, like two straight white men type shit to do. Like just taking a POC's idea.
Right. And I mean,
female POC.
Yeah. By the way.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just like, I already now, like that happened to me where I created Hollywood Handbook and then these two guys like swiped it, you know,
they just take it.
And then as if things couldn't get worse, then I have Penn Badgley ripping off my idea. You know, Penn Badgley is also stealing from POC women.
They're all so canceled.
Yeah. But I think,
I don't know.
I guess you were on the show, so in many ways you're complicit, but you're not white, so it's okay. We have to do what we have to do.
Yeah, totally. So I'm fine. You have to get up the ladder somehow, you know?
Yeah. I mean, all that's to say is that I do want one more line reading, but this time, this time, that neti pot being warm is getting you feeling maybe a little naughty.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, for the classroom crush vibes.
Okay.
You're like, oh my good.
I got this.
Great.
You ready? Oh, Rickon. Oh, the neti pot is so warm. Oh,
wow. That took me there.
Good, right?
That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it, folks. And folks on the Patreon are seeing the performance come through on the eyes. And
fuck. I forgot about that.
I also often forget about it, but I don't really, because it's actually very hard to do videos. I'm in over my head in my little room. But that's not an interesting story. What's interesting is that this is Classroom Crush and it's about childhood crushes and the way they inform the way you view the love and relationships. And that was perfect. And Rajat, I mean, from that reading, like I know there's got to be some scandalous stories in your history.
Yeah, you could tell I was a horny kid.
Yeah,
you could tell
he was always like getting neti pots warm. Like,
you could tell. Yeah, I was getting the neti pot warm. Yeah.
Rajat, were you a crush inclined child? Do you believe?
Yeah, I definitely was. Yeah, I like grew up in like all white Texas.
Texas.
And yeah, very weird place. But I had a lot of crushes.
Yeah.
In high school and middle school. Yeah.
So they're starting around like middle school puberty age, or do we remember like young?
I feel like I remember kind of prepubescent crush. Well, my first crush, I will say, was Lisa Simpson.
That makes so much
sense. I remember if I said,
he is a comedy guy through and through.
I'm a comedy guy, and I could tell she was just like funny.
Yeah.
You know? She's just like funny.
She's funny and smart. Like.
And smart. Oh my God.
What else do you need?
That's a perfect combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
So what do you think is maybe like your first non-Lisa Simpson crush that you could remember?
Homer.
Yeah. Listen, you need stuff to, something to smooth out sometime,
Totally. Homer is attractive.
I mean, he's in the canon of hot cartoon dads. I would say.
Dad bod. Yeah.
Dad bods, we love it. And when you're a dad and you have a bod, even if you're a drawn character, we're horny for it. And
you know how like being dumb is hot,
Himbo.
Being like so dumb.
Yeah.
It's hot.
So for you, it's two extremes: very smart and funny,
very smart
or
very dumb
and hot.
Yes. Nothing in between. Give me one of the poles.
Great, perfect. Let's find this in your real life. Who's the first smart girl you have a crush on?
Okay.
Or she doesn't. Is smart going to be a through line? What do you think?
I don't know. I can't speak to the intelligence of these middle schoolers, but
you can't
on at the time.
I can tell you how it's who had A's and who did it.
Yeah, I guess smart's kind of a through line. There's some that were good at school, some that were, but I don't know. Is good at school being smart?
Well, no, it's not. It doesn't. But I was going to ask, like, what did you sort of identify as, like, in the middle school, whatever, growing into like your role? Like, were you nerd? Were you class clown? Were you labelless? You were nerd. Okay, so
nerd. I actually remember one time.
Wait, Rajat, are you smart?
What's up?
Are you smart?
Am I what?
Are you smart?
No, I wasn't.
Sounds like something a smart person would say.
I wasn't smart. I was in the gifted and talented class.
Okay.
I was, yeah.
The thing is so was I, but I didn't get into NYU, so that means that I'm stupid, right?
Oh, no, it doesn't. It means that you dodged a fucking bullet.
It is true.
Going there. Yeah, I actually, you have to edit that out. I don't want that being released.
I will cut it out. Yeah. Is NYU going to come for you? Slit your throat.
I'm humiliated that I went to NYU.
It's okay. You're allowed.
That's for the other podcast you do called
College Crush. Which is the same thing as this show. So you're nerd. You're identifying as nerd primarily. How are you in the social landscape of the schools? Are you in like a big school, a small school, a nerd school?
I went to public schools in middle school and high school, so they were like pretty big. And I would have like my 3 friends that I would joke around with.
Yeah.
And like I was not in any way, shape, or form cool in middle school and high school. I was in the marching band. That was my main thing,
Cute.
Yeah. And like,
what were you playing?
I was honking on that saxophone. I was honking.
What?
I was a honker.
This whole time you've known how to play the saxophone and I didn't know. Yeah. Have you never brought it like out on stage, break it out, get everyone crazy?
Go Bill Clinton mode. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. People would.
I should.
Panties on the stage.
Oh, yes. I'll play like a scale. I'll play my scales.
Everyone would love that. Okay, so you're a tiny little Rajat with a huge saxophone marching. That's how they do it.
I'm in my little dumb Star Trek outfit, marching band uniform, and I like immediately. You can tell, like I was fucking.
You're just like a real nerd. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there's the people, and I fucking can't stand it. We're like, I'm such a fucking nerd, and I'm just like, no, you're attractive and like put on a weird hat. Like, shut up.
Yeah, totally. I remember specifically when glasses became cool because my vision's always been bad. And I was so happy that like people like were trying to get glasses at one point.
Wearing fake glasses fully. That was me with with eyebrows. Because, you know, I was always like, oh, I have such thick eyebrows and I'm a gorilla. I remember my best friend told me that once and it scarred me for life.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like we were joking around and like Brennan was there, you know, and he's like the hot, you know. So like the thing you have to do is just be mean to each other. But I'm not good at it, so I didn't have like a good comeback. But it did scar me, I believe. And like, you know,
Brennan didn't stand up for you. Brennan
was laughing. That's the thing. Brennan could just eat all of it up. He didn't have to do anything. He had no responsibility because we were always gonna think he was hot.
Brennan, what the? I hate Brennan.
I talk about Brennan on this show all the time, and I really need to have him on. I have no idea where he is.
This is Neil Brennan.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then he went and told jokes about me.
Yeah, and then he had 3 mics. Yeah. And he didn't know what the parasite was or something.
Yeah, something. I don't know. He was out of touch in a way that an older white male comedian might end up being.
Yes. That's what he gets.
How dare.
Fun of Rebecca.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Rebecca Rose, thank you. But when people started getting, you know, drawing in their fucking eyebrows, I was like, first of all, I feel insane. And you shouldn't get to do this as style if you weren't bullied for it.
Fuck that.
And it's just like a similar thing to glasses. And we are both wearing. I love that we're bringing up glasses because I am wearing my glasses today.
I'm so glad you are. Is your vision bad, or do you like?
I think getting worse. Like every time I get a checkup, it is worse. It's like a little bit stronger. But most of these glasses are so fucked up. I've had them for so many years, and like, I wonder if you could tell, but they're so scratched and like disgusting that I actually, when I'm wearing them, I actually can't really see.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which
That's
rocks.
Awesome. They should make glasses. It's like drunk goggles. It's kind of like your
everything is legitimately quite hazy when I wear these glasses.
That's great.
It's like a crazy dream world, bro.
Totally. You seem fucked up.
Yeah, I'm insane today. I'm really tired, but I'm having a good time. So you're a real nerd, and I love that. that.
I'm a real nerd.
Yeah. So when you're starting to have crushes, is this a thing of like, are you funny yet? Have you found funny yet? And how did you find it?
I guess, I don't know. I guess I like with my friends, I would make jokes and stuff.
What?
And yeah, I know, really crazy. It's really insane. Yeah.
But it's not like your brand yet.
What's up?
It's not like your brand.
It might have been. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it. As I stretched to show my Mr. Show shirt.
I was going to say, it's too perfect that he is wearing a Mr. Show shirt as a comedy boy must.
Yeah.
It's actually illegal to not wear a Mr. Show shirt on it. Yeah, just stretch on the podcast. Just see what a big comedy fan I am. So crazy that this is, this is not about the podcast, but I do just have to say it. One of my favorite things in life, in general, sincerely, is when it's like, I know that someone has idolized somebody else and then they get to work together. Like always on fucking Top Chef, like I love that. I love that concept. I love witnessing that. It makes me legitimately so happy. And that's like how I feel about you guys and like Tim Heidecker and shit. Because that's so nice. Crazy, right? Like, like when you know that someone has been direct, like influential, you know?
Totally.
I love it. Does it feel insane?
Yeah, no, it's not. That's so nice of you to say. I like love Tim. Obviously, like I don't even have to. Yeah,
it's just so cool. Like, you know,
it's like, oh yeah, of course you love Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's just like your normal life, and I love it. I think it's so cool. I love when that happens. I'm like that. That's the best thing that can happen.
Totally. No, that's sick.
Yeah.
Who would
mine be?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I'm so crazy, so I have a lot of people that I love, you know? I mean, I've always maintained that like would be a dream to be on Handbook, even though I know I would be bad. I know I would be a bad guest because I would be like too stoked. Or it could work because I'm so sincere.
Oh, I bet it would. Yeah, I think I would like your sincerity to cut their
well,
as like a pal, like.
Because that's the thing, like, I think a lot of people that are very influential to me and that I love also, like, are influential to me as a person, but, like, don't necessarily translate into what I do. Like, I like, not grew up, but, like, I love British comedy and, like, British shows and panel shows and comedians, but I'm like, I'm not smart. I'm not like that at all. I'm like the opposite, but I love it, you know?
Yeah.
So totally. Even if just those people, like if Noel Fielding or some shit was just like liked me, I'd be like sick because I love people like that.
I bet they would like Classroom Crush. You should get
I should try to get Noel. Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah. I should do a lot of things with this podcast if anyone will help me. Anyways, I just had to say that because it's cool and you're wearing the shirt.
Thanks.
So crushes. Well, do you remember what one of your first like memorable crushes might have been? Maybe in middle school, maybe in high school. Did you ever have a GF? Did you ever date?
No, not in high school or middle school. I was the biggest virgin you could imagine.
Sick.
Yeah, pretty tight. Imagine the biggest virgin, and then
the virginity is the pureness of the virginity is so overwhelming that God Himself, and it's a he, and it's a he, and he has a long white beard. Comes down from the heavens and says, "You, child, are the blessed one. Virginity is held within you. Stay pure."
Yeah. I was really religious.
Yeah, and that actually has influenced a lot of your comedy as well. So who are we gravitating towards?
Sure. Yeah, I remember telling this story on the first take of this pod.
Okay.
But I'm
going to pretend to remember nothing. I really only remember one detail, and I'll shout it out. And that's not to say that it was not memorable. That's to say that I've talked a lot of hours on this show. All
right, sick.
So tell me about him.
Okay. This was, I think, like 4th grade. And we're talking like colorful classroom, like cubbies, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking fucking cubbies.
Fucking cubbies.
We're talking fucking cubbies. And what's up?
Stickers.
We're talking stickers. I remember my cubby was like next to this, like, she was like, it's weird to say.
She was an attractive 4th grader. Say it, Rajat. Say it out loud on my.
Oh yeah.
She was a girl.
She's one of the hottest kids.
Absolute smoke show.
Smoke show of a kid. I was
from the perspective of yourself as a child.
No. Yeah.
Actually, today would. No.
Yeah.
I wonder if like a bunch of pedophiles listen to my podcast.
Oh, this is a perfect pedophile podcast.
It kind of is, and
unfortunately, like you should
listen. I gotta get numbers somehow, you know. Yes. Gotta get bumps.
You should get like Bill Clinton on.
That would be sick.
That would be. I bet he would love to talk about the kids.
Yeah, he'll really take you back there because he remembers because he was old.
He would be talking for so long. But anyway, sorry.
Bill. So we need Bill, and who else was on?
Bill. You need everyone on the island. You need Trump.
Yeah. Sick. And it becomes true and on.
Yes.
Sick. It becomes Red Scare.
Sick. Yes. Oh.
Okay, so you have a cubby, Rajat. We're having too much fun.
Yes, I have a cubby.
Next to the hottest 4th grader.
The cubby, there's a hot kid. There's a hot kid next to the cubby.
Yeah.
And I just like made it like a thing where like I would go to my cubby, like at the end of the day, I would like try to like talk to her and like every single like day I would try to like talk to her and like I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like trying to flirt.
What
and
do you
whatnot.
think you're saying? What do you think the talking consists of?
You know,
Also, I love that this is like meeting at the lockers, but you're too young, so it's like meeting at the cubbies.
Yeah, I don't remember. I probably compartmentalized it because it's humiliating, but
classic.
I don't remember. Like, I don't remember what fourth graders talk about. Probably like a sticker or something, or something gross.
Pokemon card.
Oh yeah, maybe cards or something.
Yeah,
maybe some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards with her, but
you had that awareness.
I forget. Yeah.
But you're attempting. You're making attempts at a connection here. What do you? Are you receiving anything back? Is it just like she's tolerating?
She was very friendly. She was very friendly initially to me. And then I remember one day in like math class. I was good at math as a kid. I would answer all the questions. I was good at math. 5 + 7,
go.
20. Yeah.
I believe you.
Good at math. Yeah.
To me, that was a hard equation.
Yeah, that's one of the more difficult equations.
So you're in math class. I'm sorry.
I was in math class. No. I was in math class, and the teacher asked a question, and the girl was in this class too, and I raised my hand because I wanted to answer the question.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the teacher was not calling on me, and I like looked and I was like, "What the fuck?" Is like, yeah, I legitimately went to racism first. I was like, "There's like something fucked up that's going on here," and it was like a long time she was not calling on me. And then I like looked around, and I like saw some people staring at me, and I looked at my crush, and I saw she was staring at me too, and I like felt like my upper lip. And there was so much snot on it. I just like my nose was just running. Like it was
your nose is just going.
It was just going. And I like
God.
And I remember like this I would talk to her every day at the cubby holes and she did not want to talk to me anymore.
Oh my God, because you're disgusting now.
Yeah.
Because how dare you?
Fucking, yeah. I'm a fucking.
What did you do? Like, did you like what?
Yeah, I was embarrassed. I ran away. I just went and got a Kleenex, I guess, and I blew my nose.
Let me just say,
did the thing.
That teacher was a bitch for not doing anything about what? Was it she?
She, yeah.
She,
yeah.
White?
What? Yeah,
racist.
Yeah. Oh,
she
racist.
was allowing your humiliation. No, she absolutely could have come up to you like, "Hey, Rajat."
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
There's a way to do that. Like it might not have been 0%. Like that's the thing. It might not have been 0% embarrassing. Like it still would have been a thing, but probably better than you just like looking around and actually displaying what was happening to everybody unknowingly. You know?
Yeah, totally. Damn. That's true. That would have been nice.
It's what I would do, you know, but I'm a fucking saint, so I don't know.
Maybe I would be married to the girl of my dreams. It's
absolutely possible.
Yeah.
How dare that teacher? Wow, that's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Awful.
So that was first crush. That was probably that was fourth grade.
Did it just never change? Yeah. Was it never the same again after that
Between
incident?
Us? No, it wasn't.
Like legitimately?
I think we went to the same middle school, and I think we would like talk every now and then. But
it's like, I can't talk to Rajat. He had snot on his face.
Yeah, it really changed our relationship.
That's so crazy. It's like the smallest thing that is like not in your control.
I know. But
that's how also you know that you were a real nerd. That's just a thing that happens to a real nerd, I feel like.
Oh yeah, you get snot. Yeah.
What was going on? Allergy season? What was happening?
Oh my God. If you're a nerd, you have allergies.
You have allergies.
That's just how it is. Yeah.
I recently, when I was at the doctor dealing with my now 5 weeks of at least 5 weeks of poison ivy, they did a allergy test on me, and like I had done an allergy test when I was younger, probably about like around 14, but it was sort of like inconclusive. And then they did an allergy test on me on like both arms, And it was just like, I was like, oh, is that normal? And she was like, no. Because all of it was fucking, like,
You were just allergic to everything?
It really was like, you're allergic to everything.
Hell yeah. That's
So now I don't even know if
nice
this is
to
poison
know.
ivy, but this is the journey I'm
You're
on.
allergic.
So I must, I am also a nerd, I think.
Totally.
I'm just a dumb
I think
nerd.
if you're allergic, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to be allergic to everything because then it's just like you avoid everything.
Yeah, I have all of the excuses now.
Yeah.
Like, well, just found out that I was allergic to all the stuff, so can't risk it.
All the stuff.
Can't risk
so I
it.
can't. Yeah, I just won't touch anything.
At all.
No, never. Yeah.
So how is that terrible incident making you feel as a romantic being? Are you like, I'm too embarrassing to have a crush?
Yeah. I think, a little bit of, I think that definitely happened. And also just like not being white probably was another thing that I was just like, oh, I'm not going to get a girlfriend.
Is that a thing that you felt like you learned or was like inherent from the beginning of your crushing?
A little bit of both. Like, I don't know. And I also like, I remember distinctly one time at recess, there was like one of the older kids, like there was like, one of my friends was like, had a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Around what age is this, you think? This is like also fourth grade-ish?
It might have been like fifth grade. This might have been like the next year. But I remember one time at recess, one of the older kids, or must not been fifth grade. I don't remember. Or maybe this wasn't at recess. This was probably just me hanging out at my friend's place.
Possible.
And
memory.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is what happened, I think. I told you I'm going off the dome.
I love it.
100% off the dome.
You're getting crazy. Yes, and.
Okay. So there was an older kid, and the older, like, I like told him, I was like, oh, he's like going out with blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about it. And then like this older kid, like, I don't remember who this guy was at all, but like, I remember he was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you have a girlfriend and you're in fifth grade? He's like, what do you guys do? You guys just like hold, like, what do you, I forget. He was like making fun of this kid.
Rude, don't be jealous.
Yeah, truly. It was like, but I think that kind of colored my perspective. And I was like, oh, if you want to be cool, you don't get a girlfriend.
It's like another version of embarrassment. It didn't happen to you, but this guy was like, how embarrassing. You're in fifth grade and you think you have a girlfriend.
What do you get? Yeah, exactly. It was like, what do you guys even do?
He was probably like a cool older brother. Those guys are powerful figures.
Definitely.
You know?
I think it was probably an older brother or something. I don't even remember what he looked like.
Yeah, but that stuck with you.
That did stick with me. And
did you feel like, oh wait, but I want a girlfriend? Is that dumb?
There were moments in high school where maybe we'll get to it, but I felt like I wanted to go out with someone.
Yeah.
As a little bit of foreshadowing. Was it? Yeah. I also feel like it influenced my like flirting style in like high school and middle, which is to act cool and aloof and never let on that you're into somebody. Yeah. And then have them ignore you. Yeah. Because they don't know that you're into them. Yeah.
See, I'm wondering if like all of the guys that I liked had an older guy tell them a similar story.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
No, because it's such a phenomenon, you know. I mean, a lot of this podcast, while I was still single, which I'm not now.
A whole new
just gotta say that. Fucking crazy. Yeah. No, but like it's a thing of just I've never understood why. I'm like, for me, if you are interested, and you let me know that, or like not even tell, but like I just could never. I'm not good at playing that game of acting aloof. Like me
neither.
You know, I don't think either of us are those people.
No, but I still think that like I kind of do it still. Like it's like if I'm into somebody and I just won't let it on. I just won't do it.
What is that? I mean, do you think that's just like your training from those early moments, or is it also like
10,000 hours?
Yeah. But do you think it's like a protective thing too? Like about, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've, as everyone has, I've been rejected numerous times.
All right, tell me about it.
That's how
every single one. I mean, were you like in middle school and approaching high school? Were you like, how long did that, middle school girlfriend, so stupid. How long did that last before you like had another crush that you were maybe interested in pursuing despite the older guy?
I think that I pursued my first crush in like high school.
Okay.
And I'm going to dive headfirst in the story right off the dome again. No preparation.
Let's go.
I feel like I'm in therapy or something right
now. Good. I'm in a big chair. You are.
Oh, yeah. This is great. I'm wearing my Mr. Show shirt. This is great.
This is therapy.
Exactly like therapy. So I remember, you're from Florida, right?
Si, senor.
Okay. You guys had like standardized tests, like
the FCATs.
The FCATs?
That's what we had. Yeah.
Oh shit. That seems like a bad name to put in front of kids. That's
I know.
Immediately, like,
I'm like, I know we did some stuff with that. I can't remember. Florida. Nope. I was gonna try to figure out the.
Yeah.
No.
FCAT.
I think it starts with Florida, but I don't know. We had the FCATs. Yes.
You had the FCATs. We had the tax test in Texas. Yeah.
Tax test.
I think they did away with it, but
standardized tests
in my day
are
and
the
age,
cops.
they had the tax.
Abolish.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and we had to like, there was like standardized testing week, and like your class would get like, you'd be in a class with other people like who had this like similar last name, like it was alphabetical.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your standard class room.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a girl who sat in front of me. Her last name started with an S.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep everything anonymous just in case but like there was like a couple tests or something, and like you would, or maybe like it was over the years, but I just remember like she would always sit in front of me, and we would like, after you're done with the test, like it's always just like you just hang out and like you play games or something. It's
kind of a special day.
And it was always just me and her who were in like, we were in like the gifted and talented class, and we were the only people who knew each other. So we were just like, I feel like we would have a lot of fun. It was like, she would draw on like my papers, and like she would
flirty.
She would draw on me sometimes.
Very flirty.
I feel like we were definitely flirting.
What was she like? Like, had your interest ever been piqued before, or was it just like when you had this new setting and dynamic?
I think it was the new setting completely. I had never like considered her as like romantically, and then like I was like, we vibed so well. I was like, oh, I'm in love with her. She's great. And yeah, I don't know. We would just like kind of flirt a little bit.
What made it click, do you think?
You know?
The headphones is steamy.
We would do the headphones together.
That's one thing you don't get with the AirPods. You know?
You don't get that.
Not as romantic. Though what is romantic that me and my boyfriend do sometimes is like sharing the audio. So we're both listening to like music from my phone on each other's on like our AirPods. It's a fun little trick, because then you can be on the subway, New York City, in New York City, and then walking down the street listening to the same music, and that can be cute.
Wow,
but it doesn't force proximity. You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, you should try it. It's fun.
I'm gonna try it.
Or a podcast, you know, or a Classroom Crush podcast. You want to listen to it with your girlfriend.
You're both listening to the same podcast.
Yeah. So
that's nice.
What was like? Do you feel that you were just similar? Did you like compliment each other? Like, what was her vibe? Was she funny? Was she like outgoing? Was she more shy? Yeah.
She was really outgoing.
Yeah.
And I remember she like wanted to be a singer, which I thought was cool.
Could she sing? Have you heard her sing?
Yeah, I heard her sing. And
The way he said that.
She tried out for American Idol a couple times.
What was her song?
Okay, this is another big thing for me because I'm a big Beatles fan.
Okay.
OG, like, they're my favorite band, but
You're crazy for that.
I'm crazy for that, and her song was "Oh Darling."
Oh, that's a good song. Should we play it?
Oh yeah, I love that.
I've been
song.
like on a little bit of a Beatles moment. I think it's so funny to imagine, I assume, a little white girl singing this. Like, oh, darling.
I think I have checked in. I checked in, like, I think maybe it was after our first podcast, the first take.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I checked in to see if she was singing, and it, like, really, like, makes me cringe so hard.
Oh, no.
She has, like, oh, fuck. I really hope I'm not. I hope she doesn't see this.
Well, it's okay.
Well, I'm saying,
we're all trying.
Like, we hit it off. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's, like one of these people, like, in front of, like, their mic and, like, like, really clean background, and she's, like, really going for it, like, singing. And it's, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there was this girl in high school who, she wasn't in I think she was a grade above me or something. She was, like, a fashion girl because we had the strands. So she was, like, fashion. And she's this, like, pretty white girl who, it's just, like, you could tell that no one had ever really been able to tell her that she's not very good at something.
Yeah,
because she's just, like, hot and, you know, whatever. Yeah. And I think she was rich, probably. And, like, she had a couple videos we found of, like, her singing Alicia Keys. And it's just, like, you can't sing Alicia Keys, you know? Like, if you can't. Like, I remember watching and these are the moments that I feel like a bully, even though I know I wasn't, because this is just, like, what I did in my house, you know? But, like, me and my friend, like, watching it, and she's like, I keep on falling in, just, like, so, like in tight, like, just, you don't have the deep, the voice for it, you know, and that's okay because not many people have that voice, but, like, she wanted to so bad, and it was like, and same thing, it was like a video, you know, but all that's to say, I cannot say all of this without at least admitting that, I did a couple cover songs on Tumblr back in the day.
Hell yeah.
I was like, maybe this will be my thing because I love to sing, and I have some people on Tumblr. I covered
singing is fun.
A couple things, cool. And they're all gone. So don't look for it. I don't think
I'm gonna look for it.
They're out there. But it is very, like, also just this thing of, like, putting yourself on display as, like, a girl. So you're just like, I hope I sing good, but I also hope I look pretty. It's like this weird, like, coming out.
The songs we were listening to when we shared headphones was your Tumblr songs.
Were my Tumblr songs?
Yeah, they were.
Shut up!
The songs that you sang. Yeah.
They were a cover of Amy Winehouse. You know I'm no good.
I mean, that just really helped us bond, and we were just like,
the sultry tones of a 16-year-old, 15-year-old. I don't know. I don't think I was 16. I think I was doing that. I was like more 14, 15, maybe. When I was like, maybe this can be my thing, you know. And I'm still, like, trying to figure it out.
Totally.
So she's also, like, kind of cool. You share, like, music taste and whatever. Okay.
Yeah, we would talk about I don't know if this is, like, around or if people did this, but she did the School of Rock. You know those, like,
things I know the School of Rock.
Yeah. It's like
movie with Jack Black, right?
Based on the movie. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's based on a Jack. Oh wait.
Ding 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 ding. It's true. Ding 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 ding. It's true.
I still have all my Jack Black sound effects on my board, and now I just use them.
What else you got?
I did this last time, but I will just, let's see.
Okay.
I always forget the order. That's not Jack.
Wow.
Dead Man Walking.
That's from the movie Dead Man Walking.
Okay.
Where
Dead Man Walking.
You know, that's not Jack Black, but he is in that movie. What's this?
Oh,
one?
He was also Mr. Show.
Oh, that's my theme song. What'd you say?
Oh, that's your theme song. Mr. Show. Jack Black was in Mr. Show.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. We talked about those.
Oh my God, I'm retreading territory. So I apologize.
Me and Richie back in the day. Wait, Okay, Shut Up theme song. Yes, queen! I have that one. That's for her audition. Anyways, so you guys are vibing. Are you like, I am flirting and she is flirting? Like, are you recognizing it on that level?
I think I did. Yeah, definitely. I think for sure I was into her and I thought she was into me.
Were you like getting excited about it? Like, possibility.
Yeah, definitely. I would like listen to songs going to bed and like I would think of her.
Oh my God. What are you thinking of? Are you like fantasizing?
You do not want to know.
Yes, I do, Rajat. Yes, I do.
I don't know. Whatever a fucking like puberty boy thinks, you know?
Like but I'm just like, I want to know what your idea of like that romance is at the time. You know, are you like imagining like going to the movie, like walking
kissing,
around, holding, kissing? Yeah.
Kissing. Yeah.
You haven't kissed yet?
No. I hadn't. No.
Okay.
I had not kissed.
And you're just like,
yeah.
I want that.
You know,
that.
Ooh, kissing would be so cool.
Oh my God, we just accidentally kissed. Everybody's freaking out. My boyfriend comes in. What the fuck? No.
No, it's not like that.
It's the rule that if two people on a podcast, even on Zoom, go like at the same time, they did kiss.
Yeah, that's a real kiss. That counts as real. Yeah.
This is a really scandalous episode.
Oh my God.
So you're imagining kissing and...
Imagining kissing, yeah. And yeah, I feel like a theme is just like me being humiliated, and I apologize for this being
perfect
the thread.
That's the perfect thread.
Yeah, I can't tell whether it's fun to listen to, whether it's just like sad.
It definitely is fun. But, my mom loves that.
Cool.
My mom gets mad if I talk too much to people about their current like situations, because she's like, that's not the show. It's embarrassing stories. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Does your mom listen to every episode?
She kind of does, yeah. And she will give me unsolicited notes.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, maybe
I appreciate
she's
it.
up on the pedophile stuff.
She knows that if
okay.
I think she'll support me even if pedophiles are a big part of my audience. Listen, I'm an abolitionist.
Like,
we'll
cool
talk about it.
Pedophiles and pedophilia.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, cool.
In my opinion, shit happens. I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's enough pedophile talk for now.
Cool. Okay.
So back to this high schooler you were trying to date.
Okay, yeah. I was bringing up that
the humiliation. Yes.
Because I went to her birthday party one year, or it might have all happened in one year. I don't remember how exactly the timeline of it was, but I went to her birthday party and I was like, oh, I'm gonna write her a really nice card.
At this point, are you like texting at all? Is there any other like outside? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we were like texting and I don't know, just about like school or something, or gossiping about some
5
fucking
points plus
person.
7, you know, stuff like that. Okay, so you're invited to her party.
I invited to her party, and I wrote like a long note. I forget what the deal was, but
would you call it a love letter? In birthday form.
I don't think I don't know.
Do you remember anything you wrote, or like the general tone of it?
I think I was trying to be like cool, like I was trying to be funny in it.
Do you want to hear what I think it was?
What's up?
Do you want to hear what I think it probably was?
Yeah.
Kind of like I imagine you then as sort of doing like old dad kind of humor in like the way that's a joke, like hey, blah blah blah, like another year older, kind of like that kind of jokey, like that's my, you know, like kind of joking about the fact that you're writing a card sort of thing. That's kind of my imagination of it. What do you think?
It might have been that. I think I
like little inside jokes, so maybe.
Yeah, I think there was like a lot of inside jokes and stuff, and it wasn't. I don't think I was that aware to be like sarcastically doing dad jokes or anything. Okay. I don't know, but I wrote her a note, and what happened was I feel like she had definitely like told her friends like I think Rajat is into me or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
had you told your friends? Are you talking about it in that way?
No,
all secret.
Again, this is the bully kid who like implanted himself in my head and was
right.
like, you have a fucking girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like, and
don't
like,
be gay.
Don't be gay. That's the gayest thing.
You want a girlfriend? Don't be gay, Rajat.
That's so gay. And I was like, I was not talking to my friends about like crushes
stuff like that
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to be cool.
You're like, I can't be like the nerd who is different and also totally. Have a crush.
Yeah.
Are you the only like non-white person in your like classes basically, or there are a couple other people?
For the most part in the gifted and talented classes. But so I go to her birthday party and she is like opening presents and I was like, oh fuck, this is like a public thing.
Yeah, that's gross to me. Honestly, cut that culture out. I don't like it. I don't like gift culture. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, totally. And I just remember like she didn't read the note out loud or anything, but I remember like the card I wrote it on was like kind of like a corny card. It was like, I forget what the fucking deal with it was. It was like two birds talking to each other and it's like, you were really special to me or something. And it's like, and it was something like that.
Yeah.
It was something really fucking corny. And I obviously didn't think about it. And like,
but you like, were trying to communicate that sincerely.
I definitely was.
Yeah.
And she like opened it and she was like, oh, Rajat thinks I'm really special. And like was clearly like,
Come on.
So humiliated in the moment.
Why?
I was like, and everyone was like, "Oh," and I was humiliated.
You're like, I want to die.
Fuck this. No, we're not. This is over.
God.
Whatever we had.
You fucked it up, bitch.
Yeah.
But why did she have to say it like that? You know?
I don't know. It was something.
It was a reaction. Yeah.
But I don't remember.
But that's such a like also saying that sort of implies a separation. Like, oh, Rajat thinks I'm so special. Not me and Rajat have a special friendship or whatever.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. I think you're, she should have looked at it and said, I think you're special too, Rajat.
Yeah, definitely.
That would have been
something
better.
She read in private.
Yeah.
And then
okay, you see it's a card, move on to the next gift. If it's a box, move on to a box, a bag, you know, not a card.
Go to a box.
Yeah.
Go to a box. Birthday. Yeah.
So you felt it in that moment, just
yeah. And my like aloofness sort of strategy kicked in, and I was like, I gotta ease up. I gotta ease up.
You're like, I can't be out here telling bitches they're special.
Yeah, I can't be doing that. I got a brand to protect. You know?
That's exactly what you said too. Like you run away into the bathroom. You look at yourself in the mirror. You like rub your face. You say, "Yeah, get your shit together." You can't be telling here. You can't be out here telling bitches they're special. What the fuck are you doing, idiot?
Get your fucking shit together, fucking moron.
And then you like become a hardened criminal.
Yeah. I start
moment
pumping
on.
iron.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so muscular.
That's why you're so jacked.
That's why I'm jacked. Yeah.
So did that legitimately sort of like? Did that ease your crush, or did it just ease the way you were approaching it?
I think it we stopped texting and stuff, and she like transferred schools. I don't think it was because of me.
She's like, Mom, I have a stalker.
Yeah. I reveal that like I'm a stalker, and like that's my flirting method.
You changed your last name to be sat behind her, actually. It was a plan all along. You gone girled her. I don't know if that applies.
Oh yeah, that's my flirting method. I just gone girl somebody.
Yeah, tricks and trickery.
Yeah.
Was that like a sad thing for you to sort of lose that crush? Like, did it feel like a rejection? Just how that faded?
Definitely. I think I definitely felt bad about it. And I remember I was like, for like one of the dances, it was either homecoming or winter formal, which were the two dances we had. After she transferred, I was like, damn, I should like text her and like ask if she wants to go to this dance with me. But then I did talk to one of my friends and I was like, should I do this? And my friend was like, no.
Nah, bro.
Yeah. Like, no.
She's not interested.
Yeah. I think it was like, she might have been seeing somebody else. And he was like, no, I don't think you should. Like, I think she's like into some other person and she might not dig it. And I was like, totally, I know. Yeah.
That sucks. I mean, I'm also just like, I feel like we've talked a lot on this show and I've talked, people are probably over it, but like the idea of being someone's like secret or their like secret shame, like that is what that makes me feel like, is that you were a secret shame. No, but just like, it's like you had this like little dynamic, the two of you. And then when, you know, by accident, it sort of becomes revealed at like in like public. Then totally. She's like,
that's exactly
I can't
what
be.
It was.
Yeah.
I think we definitely did hit it off. And if we kept it secret, potentially maybe something would have blossomed.
Yeah. But that would have been fucked up in its own way. You know, that would have fucked you up
too. Yeah. I'd be telling a different story. Yeah.
It would be, I was still a secret shame, you know, but I got to kiss a little bit maybe.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. Did you feel like, do you think that you conceptualized it in that way at all, like at the time? Like
no,
yeah,
definitely not. I like was not thinking about it. I just wanted, I feel like maybe the first time I thought about it was maybe for the first take of our pod,
possibly.
And then now I'm like, I feel like I'm acting really flustered because I should have thought about the stories and not gone off the dome.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
We're discovering it's therapy.
Okay,
you can't rehearse
this is therapy. Yeah, I can't. And like, you know, this stays between us. It's not going to be released to anybody.
This is just like, you can be as open and honest as you want about any of it, you know, any past crimes as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. This is what Tony Soprano did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is great. Yeah.
I didn't finish it. Can you believe?
You didn't finish The Sopranos?
I've never finished, but I love
it. That's okay.
It's because I watch it and I love it, but it does make me sad. So I can't watch all of it.
It does. It
someday.
Is sad. Yeah.
That sucks. I hate that happened to you.
Okay. All right.
No, I hate it. Well, yeah, because then it's your Joker origin story. You know, it had to happen.
Yeah.
For you to be this, you know, crazy guy.
This crazy guy.
Did that sort of turn you off of like the whole crush thing for a while, or were you just like, all right, on to the next? Like that's not the one.
Yeah, I was incel for a bit.
Yeah.
Probably. I was one of the first incels.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're famously a pro incel podcast.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're
I guess I was what they call in the incel community a kissless virgin in high school, which is that's the highest compliment in incel community.
Yeah. So, and that is like that's the highest honor, and this is where we need to be recognized for, you know.
Yeah.
Well, our contributions.
On like the incel Reddits and stuff, like there's so many people being like, oh, I'm an incel, and then there's like the people replying, it's like, you're not an incel, like I haven't kissed a girl before, and like I'm real, and it's like,
I think the world would maybe be a better place if we all just realized that A, a lot of people want to kiss, B, a lot of people have not kissed yet, and that makes it is sad for them. I understand. And C, I guess, give him a little kiss.
Give him a little kiss. Kiss an incel. Kiss a little kiss with virgin.
Let's kiss an incel, save a life.
I bet that they would be pissed if someone just like kissed them on this. They would be pissed. They'd be like, fuck, my whole incel life is gone.
Right, because then it is your life. And I mean, with this podcast, listen, I was like, are people not going to like me anymore because I have a boyfriend now? possible. Might have lost listeners. Who knows? I have no idea who listens to this freaking podcast.
Hey, being an incel can really pay off sometimes.
Yeah, good.
Helps you get your podcast listened to for sure.
So did you feel like oh, this crush thing just isn't for me? Was it sort of like how were you feeling about yourself in high school around that?
I think I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I feel like I didn't have like a crush after that for a bit. And I ended up I went to prom with like one of my best friends who was a girl, of course, but I went with her and it was so much fun. And I guess I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't. I was totally celibate until college,
Yeah.
And
do you think that was because there was no one you were interested in, or there was no one you were necessarily open to being interested in?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It was I think I just didn't want to have a girlfriend till in high school or something. I don't know.
It's that bully being what the fuck? You're going to have a high school girlfriend? Okay. What are you going to do? Borrow your mom's car?
Right. That same fucking guy is going to come back and make fun of me again or something. I might have just also been so fucking nerdy. I was really studying for shit. And I was really.
It wasn't top of mind priority.
Yeah, totally. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't help if your early experiences of it and then humiliation. What's the goal? What's the end game here? What am I getting out of this? What, another moment of humiliation?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I guess I also thought college was going to be crazy. I was oh, I'm going to fuck so much in college.
I think we all, at least people us who maybe didn't date in high school, we all thought that. We were I said it before in another episode, I used to always think I was in college, I was I'm going to be a sex goddess. I'm going to be the goddess of sex. I'm going to learn all of the sex so that when I have a boyfriend, I have all of the sex and I know how to do it all.
Totally. I would watch those I'm schmacked videos,
What? No, I don't know.
Seen those?
What is that?
In high school, you'd see those I'm schmacked videos, and it would be a guy going around from college to college just having crazy parties.
But not porn.
What's that?
Not like porn.
Not like porn.
Oh, because I know the college sex party porns, which is boys go to college party and then they're fucking on the floor. Okay. Everyone's fuck her, and it's crazy.
You're gonna have to send me that.
I'll send you.
Okay,
send you a folder of the greatest hits.
Cool.
Girl gets railed at college party. It's stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, definitely send me that.
Drilled.
Definitely send me that.
This got crazy.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Did you feel so college is gonna also be my time? I'm gonna be a guy,
I was I'll find it. I'll figure it out in college.
Yeah.
And I guess I kind of did a little bit.
Yeah. Well, did you also just sort of feel how did you feel about where you grew up? Were you I gotta get out of this town kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you feel people didn't really get you? Or they were a couple?
I felt people I had my friends got me, I guess.
Also,
but
look, poison ivy. That's just for you and the patrons. You see that little red?
Poison ivy?
Yeah, that's a little bit of it. Just popping.
Wait, how did you
touched poison ivy? That's what I did.
You touched it?
I like this.
Wait, if you touch it, you can get a rash in a place you didn't touch. The place.
Yeah,
I thought it would have to
I think I touched it with my hand, and then I touched my hand everywhere. I don't know, or it's just literally not poison ivy, and I'm just dying. It's possible.
Oh.
Sorry, I fully interrupted your story because I was distracted by the flare.
Oh, yeah. No, I see it now.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Damn. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Did you get some, do you put an aloe vera on it?
I've been on 3 rounds of steroids. It's insane.
Okay.
Okay, but no more about my poison ivy. I'm so sorry.
I forgot what I was even talking about.
You're because I was asking,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel like you fit it? Like, were you kind of like, oh, in college is where I'm going to fit in and find my people type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt like that. And I guess I sort of did a little bit, but it
For sure.
It wasn't as
well, that's like where you met Jer, right?
I did meet Jared.
And then you two had
I met Jeremy
sex,
in
and then
college.
that's you.
Yeah, and
you didn't have to
love,
be a virgin anymore.
Totally. Yeah, that was awesome.
Let's put it in the canon.
Yeah.
I just put my foot in the frame. Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I made out with him and I kissed him and I fucked him.
You're like, college rocks. I have a boyfriend now.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Yeah. Wow, that would be nice.
That would be. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who are absolutely shipping it.
Oh yeah,
and I'm number
that
one.
Great.
I'm the one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's me.
Jeremy would be a great boyfriend. He is taken.
Yeah, he is taken. And
I'm trying to steal him.
You should,
Mr. Steelio boy.
You got to do Mr. Steal Your Boy, man. You got to figure out what works as his brand of seduction. You know.
Yeah,
like a little shoulder. Start twirling your hair.
I can my shoulder.
Yeah, I think that. I think he would like that.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Mr.
We'll go back and listen to his episode of the podcast to know what he really's into.
Oh yeah,
and then there you go.
All right. Yeah.
So anyways, when you're approaching college, like how are you feeling about like what is being carried with you from like these early crush experiences? Are you how are you feeling about yourself in that way?
Not sure. I feel like another thing was like I feel like it was like a big shock to me when I realized people were having sex. Like that was also like it was late that I realized like I was like I can't believe people are actually having sex.
Like in college or in like end of high school?
This was like senior year of high school.
You're like wait, y'all fucking?
Somebody was somebody like told me that like they were fucking somebody and I was like no way, fuck off. Like there's no like it was crazy to me. I couldn't believe it.
And
but
then
I guess, like
that the guy's voice comes back in your head like, the fuck are you doing not having a girlfriend in high school? What are you gonna do? Not fuck a girl in high school? Wait, I didn't know we were on that schedule yet.
You guys, what do you even do with the girl? You have sex with her? Or what do you even do? Yeah.
Touch her boobs and shit?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the hell?
Yeah, I remember that being like, and that was like right before college. And then like everyone I met in college was like, nobody, like everyone had fucked, you know?
Did you feel like behind?
What's up?
Did you feel behind?
Like, damn, I gotta get laid. I gotta lose my virginity before the summer, you know?
Yeah, and then that's its own movie.
Yeah.
It's
and I
blockers.
Remember, I remember like the first day of college being like we had like a welcome week sort of deal, like where it was like we had the dance that everyone like all the freshmen go to.
Cute.
And it was like kind of trashy, this dance, and like I remember like I was like dancing on some girl for a really long time, and like
grinding?
We were kind of like making out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we were grinding.
On the orientation?
This was like, yeah,
oh my
was, like, really,
God.
And I was wearing like gym shorts, you know, like it was like real. And I was like, oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
no one's like drunk either. It's not like getting crazy.
Totally sober. It was totally sober. It was so weird. It's so weird to think back because I was like, it was also the first week and I was like, this is what college is. This is
you're
awesome.
like, man, my life's about to begin. I was grinding on a girl, no alcohol involved, dry humping.
I was so sober and I was wearing like gym shorts and like a t-shirt. I like definitely looked awful.
I love it.
Yeah, I was just like this. Yeah, I don't know.
Did that make you feel confident though? Like you're like, oh, now. Oh yeah, I'm a guy who grinds now.
Yeah, I was like. I definitely was like, damn, this is what college is like, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be like slaying, and that's not how it went down.
No,
it was nice to think that for a bit.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
That is so funny. I mean, like, yeah. So, are you sort of seeing yourself differently by the time you're in college? I wonder, like, also being in NYU, like, I mean, I don't know how fucking diverse it is. It's probably still not very diverse, but like, had you, I wonder how much of like a concept of race you have. Did you know about your race? like as
wait, what are you
to,
talking about?
I don't know. Do you know?
About?
I mean, you tell me.
I
don't want to like shock you or anything, but
I'm white.
I'm so sorry. That is not true. No, but like, did you, I wonder how like aware of that you were and like how much that played into your thinking, like leaving high school, going into college, or even while you were in high school in the romantic sense.
Well, I do feel like I don't know, like I felt initially, I've dated girls of all different backgrounds, but I felt initially I was kind of like, I feel like I was more attracted to white people just because that was my like environment when I was growing up.
Right.
But you know,
it's also what we're told to be attracted to. Generally,
we're told to be attracted to.
Yeah.
But in college, it was like I felt it was crazy how diverse it was. Like all my friends were like, I had a bunch of Indian friends, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, I had not had like a crew of like Indian people.
That's sick. Did you think that changed like your presence in any, like your confidence in any way?
I don't know. I don't know if it did. Like, I'm not sure. I haven't like thought about that. It probably did. Gotta imagine it did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a thing of comfort, I guess. Like how, you know, not to say that mean that you were necessarily like consistently always uncomfortable like in Texas, but like probably some moments.
Totally. No,
probably in general.
Was uncomfortable,
yeah.
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
There was another thing that would happen in high school. If there was maybe 5 Indian people, and this massive public school, like huge public school. And there was like, sometimes like I would be in a class where it was like an Indian girl was there, and all my fucking dumbass, like white, like redneck friends would always be like, oh shit, like you guys should like get together.
You guys should, yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like,
oh shit, there's 2. You guys should do it.
Yeah. Oh fuck, like you guys are probably attracted to each other.
Do you know about her?
The same race.
Have you heard about her?
Yeah.
I found someone for you.
And like that definitely fucked me up in some way where I was like, no, I'm not gonna like, I don't want to like be friends with her even because it's like so fucked up. But it's
well,
like,
yeah, you
make fun of me.
Do you, because you feel like at that point the resentment builds where it's like, I don't have to, and then she could have been perfectly nice, and you're just like,
she was,
but then but you just want to avoid the association at that point because you're just like, no, this isn't a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So that probably fucked me up
for sure.
Way.
Yeah. Definitely.
This is literally therapy. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very ironic that, or not ironic, I think it's very telling that I have had a lot of crushes on white boys, white comedy boys, you know.
Some
of them have been on the podcast, some of them haven't. You know?
Okay.
Like there's been that history and me just being like, why don't you love me?
Yeah,
and even people that I've like been friends with that I was like, oh, this is a thing. And then it's like, no, it's not a thing. I was like, okay. And then all that to lead to like, now my boyfriend is Colombian, Puerto Rican, you know, and I'm like, maybe interesting, maybe something there. I mean, well, because it's funny. I also like talking to my mom, like we would always joke about it, like, yeah, who's gonna be the person to take me on, you know, like I'm some sort of challenge or some sort of like thing, you know. And I think that's kind of how, like, not necessarily their fault, but like some white guys made me feel, whereas like,
Totally.
well,
yeah.
it would be a thing, like I'm a thing but that also could be that I'm just crazy, that I'm like, that also probably contributes, but it is interesting how things end up, and like who has quote unquote handled me. And I'm talking,
You can place your bets on who the race of my next girlfriend will be. What the race?
Let's like make a game out of it.
I wonder what race. I went out with an Indian girl recently, and we were I know, right?
Crazy. No.
And it was nice to like, we were talking about like Indian parents and stuff. It's nice,
Where it's like, it doesn't have to be the whole everything, but it is a nice thing to not have to necessarily explain so much, and to be able to relate on that level.
It is, that was nice.
So basically, we're going to only date our own races for the end of time.
Yes.
And it's a promise and a pact we're making now.
Yes. I can date someone who's my own race. I'm allowed.
You're allowed.
It's 2022. You're allowed
go
to date
off, King.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. This has been so fun. Is there anything else you like remember from those days, or that you think impact the way you are approaching things now, or things that have changed? Like obviously we just recognize that you are allowed to date within your race now, and that is amazing. And a huge development. But
I'm still a kissless virgin. So.
You're still a kiss? No, not a one. Virgin.
And and I'm kind of like trying to like. There's a lot of stolen valor incels out there, and I'm like OG.
You're
like,
OG.
For real. Yeah.
And this kiss that we desire, do we want it wet? Do we want it short? Do we want it open mouth? Do we want it?
I don't want. If someone puts their mouth near me, I'm running away. I'm getting the fuck out of it.
Too scary.
I'm a kissless virgin. I can't have anyone tainting my kissless virgin status.
Because now it's it reminds me of when Fran was very famously Volcel, and I thought that was the funniest. And and now it's just like a title, and we need a plaque.
Yeah, Volcels are stolen valor too. It's all about the incels. Yeah.
No, but for real, how are you feeling about romance and love and sex and all of this stuff now? Give me one word. Just kidding. You can give me a sentence.
Good. Or I don't know. I don't know. I am ambivalent, I think. Yeah.
Is there like a through line that you've seen in crushes that you have? Like, we talked about smart. Do you think you beautiful, gorgeous, stunning? Do you like a funny person, like to go back and forth with, or do you like to entertain?
I like kind of being able to like kind of be silly with somebody and like to kind of like joke around a bit. And I don't know. I just want somebody to have the same reference points as me for the most part.
Interesting.
That's kind of nice to have.
Yeah. I will say, me and my boyfriend, a lot of different reference points.
Hugely. Okay.
Not to say that you have to change your criterias,
No. It would be nice to kind of open my mind up a little bit. There is a weird thing if like you're on a date with somebody and like, I don't know, this happened sort of like maybe a couple months ago or something, but like somebody didn't know who like, I don't know why we keep coming back to Bob Odenkirk, but somebody didn't know who that was.
Who?
They didn't know who Bob was. And like, it was just like a Tinder date that I went on, and like, it immediately like turned me off. I was like, damn, I hope they're not listening to this.
They're like a huge fan now. I mean, it's, first of all, read up on Bob. You're going to love the guy.
You're going to love him. He's
yeah.
awesome.
It is hard when when, your references are also just like a very legitimate part of your life,
Yeah.
And wanting to relate to someone.
I'm just so yeah, it is so much of what maybe who I am a little bit, just like bringing up something that I saw on the internet or something, or I don't know.
But is there any part of you that feels inclined to like share and teach, in the sense of like,
no,
here's my
not
world?
really.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm really bad at like explaining, like as shown on this podcast.
Yeah, it's been
I'm like
awful.
really. I feel like I'm bad at like kind of. This is so fun. This is crazy for a writer to say, but I'm bad at
explaining things.
Yeah, I'm bad at like teaching and explaining. I think I don't know. Like
maybe you're a friends to lovers type. Do you think that that's possible?
Maybe I'm what?
Like a friends to lovers type. Like
friends. Oh, like if we're friends and then like I think for sure. Yeah, that is. Oh, my ideal. I would love to meet like. I think that would be the best, not having to use an app or something.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're terrible. It's hard.
Meeting someone in real life would be the best thing in the world.
So crazy how like what our worldview is now, where we're just like, it would be amazing to meet someone in real life.
Yeah.
Like, how far really, gone are we? That sucks.
I know. I'm just like gonna fall in love with somebody if I meet somebody in real life and they hit it off. Like that's just how it is.
Are you just? You gotta start walking the streets. Make your own meet cutes.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I gotta start just like lingering and like around places, just like hands in pockets, just whistling a tune.
Worked for me. Yeah, I mean, basically
carrying a bunch of files.
Just gotta exist. Carry a bunch of files, drop them clumsily. He's like, ugh, I'm sorry. It's a really important episode I'm writing for the major television network.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, these are scripts.
Yeah, they're real scripts. That's kind of my job.
Yeah, I worked in television. This is so stupid. Sorry, I'm Rajat, by the way.
Yeah, I see it. I love it.
Yeah, maybe. All right, cool. I'm going to do that.
Do you feel shy and nervous upon meeting someone at all? Or do you feel like you can be yourself?
Like if I'm going on a date with them? Or
kind of. I guess like in general, like do you feel like it takes a minute for you to get comfortable, or can you just be yourself through and through?
I definitely... It takes a minute. I need to get a little bit of alcohol in me, get a little comfortable. Yeah, I get very anxious. I think sometimes not. Sometimes it's fine.
Yeah,
I don't know. Depends on how the stars are aligned. I'm not sure.
I don't think I've ever read you as being that necessarily like nervous.
Okay.
Like I think you're just funny. And like you can be. That's the great thing about funny is that it can hide so much.
I think that is probably like a defense mechanism.
Do you feel at this point? But
traumatized. I'm so traumatized.
Well, you've had humiliation, but do you feel at this point that you are over the aloof thing? Or no? You said you still do it a little bit.
I don't think so. I think I still do it. Yeah, I definitely. If I have a crush on somebody, I'll be like, well, guess what? I'm going to be aloof and, like maybe something will fall out of thin air.
Do you think that like at this point is more about like what is is it still just that it's that guy and protecting yourself? Or
I think it's mainly just like, I don't want to like put my cards on the table and get rejected. It's probably that. Yeah, because that is that's happened before where I'm like, I'm not going to be a loose guy. I'm going to ask this person out, and it doesn't go my way.
Has it been like a full like real rejection? Like, hey, sorry, this is like not a thing, or
there's a classic one is like, I'm so sorry, I just like got out of like a relationship.
Yeah,
which is like, I know what's up.
It's happened to me before. With people we know. We can talk about it later. Okay. The classic, like, I'm not really in a place to be dating moment, you know?
Yeah. But it's like, I've also done that with people sometimes, though I don't, like, fault it or anything. It's like, what else are you going to say? But, like, I'm not into you or something.
Yeah.
Like,
it's it's a hard space to maneuver from.
Totally.
But I think I'm a big fan of sincerity, you know?
Yeah.
Cause also,
How sincere have
yeah,
you
cause
gotten?
I've been into people who are like aloof like that. And then it's just like, you get so fucking frustrated. Like, I don't know. It works in the sense that like, it kind of works in the way that you would want it to, because I'm like not gonna I'm gonna keep trying to figure out what's going on here, but also it makes me very frustrated because I'm just like, well, how am I supposed to know anything? Especially, I think like I'm trying to assume in general that everyone is just as insecure and crazy as me lately, you know, as empaths as we are, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, if I am basically telling this person that I'm not interested or like they're silly to be trying, then why am I going to expect them to try, especially if they like hate themselves in the same way that I hate myself, you know?
Right.
It's just some perspective.
So have you like told someone like I'm not into you physically or something? Like what's the
Have I ever rejected?
Yeah.
Oh, not really.
Like,
I don't
do you
know.
get, like,
I've been
sincere
rejected, but
have they gotten sincere in their rejection? Like, I feel like I wouldn't like that.
been sincere.
Yeah, like sincere.
Yeah.
I want it coded in like I just like I'm out of like even if they're not, I want it coded.
I mean,
you
I
know?
think you can always tell when someone's being genuine. Like the person I'm thinking of, like we had gone on a date and I thought it was like really exciting and I was like very into it and I was just like, oh, this could be a thing. This could actually be a thing. Even though in the back of my head, I literally told someone, I was like, I'm excited about this. I think this could be a thing. But for the record, I want it on the record that this is probably not going to work out and they're going to say that they're like not in the place to be in a relationship.
Yeah,
and that's like what happened.
Okay, you called it.
Yeah, I called it. But the way that they said it, like it was like, I really did like hanging out with you and I would like to be friends. Like, because I had a good time, but blah, 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 blah. And I was basically like, and this is where I was very proud of myself and like, okay, let's do some self-preservation. I was like, cool, understood. Like, I'll hit you up when I'm over you. I was like, I agreed. I was like, we had a great time. I would like to be friends with them. Right now, I'm like sad, so I'm not gonna go and like hang out with you right now. But like at some point when I'm not sad, we'll hang out and be friends. And it's true, we are friends. I think it depends on what happens, right? Like if I went on a date with someone and we like fucked and then they're like, I'm not, and then I feel like fucking taken advantage of and I'm like, that sucks, you know?
Totally, yeah.
But I think I always prefer more information than less, you know? Because if I'm just being like kind of ghosted or like something's kind of fading, then I'm just like, well, what the fuck did I do? Like what went wrong? Like, am I crazy? You know?
Totally, yeah.
And that's a shitty space to be in, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I'm a fan of information, and even if it's not the information I want to hear, like, okay, just tell me if you're not fucking into me, because then I'll stop being hung up on this, you know?
Damn. I like that's obviously like what you should, that makes so much sense. And I just never do that.
It's hard. I mean, and also like people are different, but like, I mean, there are people who are content to not know and don't want to be like, quote unquote, rejected and would rather be ghosted. But like, at least for me,
you're covering your bases with me. You're like, you're fine. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a person to person thing though. I mean, like, I clearly have some self-loathing, and I think whenever there is like a lack of answers and it's just like space to be filled in with whatever I'm thinking, it's usually not going to be a positive thing. You know, it's usually going to be like, he thought I was ugly or I did something and blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, do you feel like,
what did you, oh, sorry.
No. Tell
me. What did you think about West Elm Caleb? You remember West Elm Caleb?
Okay, that was little girlies trying to have a moment. That was fucking stupid. I mean, like, what was it? He was just going on lots of dates, and people were mad.
Yeah, he was like ghosting too. He was like just like trying to fuck. And
I mean,
was
it does happen.
ghosting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's annoying.
Our boy was trying to. He was getting laid, you know.
Right. None of those girls would
he's a
have
legend.
responded well to like I'm just like his honest truth, which is clear,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Let's Tell Caleb honestly might be the enemy of kissless virgins, such as myself.
So you have to take him down.
What's up?
You have to take him down.
Yeah, I think like honestly we can get the whole incel community to try to find West Elm Caleb and stick up for these women, you know?
That's what we're begging for.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
somebody save us from this man. So if you are like in a dating mode right now, like, is this a thing that you kind of like, would you like a serious relationship? Would you like to just hang out with someone, see where it goes? Like, what are you wanting today?
This
day.
This day, what do I want? I don't know. I feel like I've been going on like dates and like not feeling them recently, and I don't know. I would being in a relationship would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'd be awesome to meet someone in person.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it a thing that like it's not a thing that's like keeping you up at night necessarily? It's just like
it depends on the night.
Do you feel lonely?
Sometimes I feel lonely.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay.
So sad, listeners.
It's okay. All the time. Me, same. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of like playing it by ear. I'm not like super stressed about it, but
when
yeah,
you know,
you'll
know.
Yeah, it's so tough. Like I feel like when I'm in a relationship, it's like I'm always like being like, fuck, I should have like taken my like freedom, like I should have done something with my time, like when I'm like I can do whatever I want, like on the weekends and shit. And
you have like a FOMO situation.
It's always like grass is greener. It's just like, and then I'm not in a relationship, and I'm like, oh, I must have someone to hold. You know? Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Like,
I don't know. I'm just never satisfied.
Like, do you feel like you resent it when you are in like a situation at all, or
like resent the fact that I'm like resent the person, or
I guess like resent the situation, like resent the relationship or whatever?
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe it just hasn't been the right.
To do. Like,
yeah,
it's been like good. I've been in like all the relationships I've been in. Have been like nothing has been like so bad. It's like all been like good, and like I'm on good terms with all the people I've been in relationships with. But I just like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It might be like TMI-ish or something, but like
do it.
Or I don't know if it is. It probably is not. But I feel like there's times like in a relationship where there's like a little bit of a flirty thing going on with you and somebody else, and it's like it makes me feel like, oh fuck, now everyone wants to fuck me. Like now
it's a thing. It is. It's.
Yeah,
I remember when I like started quote unquote dating like the one person that I kind of dated for like 2 weeks in high school. I felt like the moment that happened, all of the guys I had crushes on were like, "Hey, what's up, Rebecca?"
Like,
and it's fucking annoying. It's very
you guys get
annoying.
like an alert. You guys get like an Amber Alert or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it is a thing. Like I'm sure it does something to your confidence. People see and people always want what they can't have. You know,
it might be like a confidence thing. Like it's just like when I'm in a relationship, I feel like the coolest person. You know,
you're like, I'm a boyfriend.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you just need to get into like real capital L love. Like you're not much of a casual dater. You just need like the person that's like, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I was living without you.
That would be tight.
I think it'll happen when it's right.
I can't believe I didn't bring this up, but I feel like I wasn't dating that much, like maybe at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. And then I went to 2 weddings recently, and it was like my cousin's wedding, and I was in both the weddings.
Okay.
So like, it was my cousin's wedding and my best friend from high school, his
Cute.
wedding. And they were both like, I've never seen either of them cry before. And they were like so in love.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, I've never felt that way about anybody.
Yeah.
Before. That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like so nice to see.
I love that.
And it made me be like, I gotta get into capital L love, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so corny, but it'll happen when it's supposed to, where it's supposed
so
to,
crazy.
hopefully in real life. What would happen? What would you do if like a friend that you've known for years was like, Rajat, I gotta tell you something. I'm in love with you. I've been in love with you. For this. You would be like, yay. So you heard it for your first listeners. If you got any confessions to confess it quick.
Yeah. DMs are open.
You would be like, sick, down, let's go.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the person, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Would be cool, perhaps.
It'd be nice, definitely. I would feel good.
Yeah.
Make me feel nice, for sure.
I think that's a perfect button to this all.
Okay.
And I think you're going to get a lot of confessions rolling in.
All right, let's go.
Actually, that's a terrible expectation to set. It's just like, a bunch of people are about to confess that they're in love with me.
A bunch of people are about to
I'm absolutely sure that there are people that are in love with you. But as this podcast shows, is everyone is scared. You know, everyone is scared all the time.
Man, I was so flustered telling those stories, I feel, just now. I haven't been that genuine in a very long time, I feel.
It's like the entire point of the show, and I love it. I think that, I guess, okay, here's my final question.
Okay.
Do you think you're at the point disconnected enough from perhaps the aloofness that you would be able to give a confession like that to someone if it were real? You know, like, would you confess?
Oh,
wait, not that you necessarily have a person right now, but if you met someone that you were swept away by, would you be able to be like,
I don't think I could. I don't think I could do it. It'd be hard. I don't know. I don't expect it from anybody because I know that well, it depends. I don't know. If I was swept off my feet,
right?
Maybe.
I mean,
I feel like it has to be the right context too, because it's like, it would have to be like in some sort of organic way that I confess. You know?
I mean, but you gotta be clear about it too.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think I would be able to do it like in like a DM or something, or like a note. It would have to be like an organic thing that, like, if we're in the same place at the same time and like the stars align and we're like hitting it off one night.
So you maybe want someone that will do it for you first.
Maybe, yeah. I'd be into somebody else taking that swing. But
do you think you need the affirmation first and foremost? Like the sort of like, okay, this is a thing, like from them, like a signal from them, rather than you making a risk.
Totally. I think so. Yeah.
I get that. I mean, there was such a long time that I was with my boyfriend that I like really wanted to say I love you to him. Like, it was actively uncomfortable to not say it. Like, because it would be, you know, I'm like going to work or something and it would feel weird to not be like, love you, bye, you know, like, but I was so scared to do it. You were like
avoiding it.
Yeah, I was so, literally, I told him this the other day, like, also it was our 2-year anniversary the other day, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Time is weird.
Oh my God.
But like, there were a couple times that I swear, like, I was leaving the house and I would be like, okay, bye. I love you. Like, very quietly.
Very
like,
softly.
maybe he'll hear it. But like, I'm not going to say it full voiced, you know? But the first time I said it was because he was going to Minneapolis and he said, you know, like, I was like crying.
Oh, did it? So it was like a moment. It wasn't like an accident, and then you were like,
well, the thing is, he said it twice, kind of on accident, about beverages. Where we were in a march and he was like really dehydrated and it was really hot, and I ran into like a store and got him a bunch of Gatorades because he loves Gatorades.
Okay.
And he was like, I love
Good
you.
boy.
And I was like, I was like, yeah.
So
And then the second time was that I got him iced coffee, and he was like, I love you. He loves his drinks.
Gosh, this guy loves his drinks.
But I was like, but that was
drinks.
an accident. That wasn't the real thing, right?
Okay,
like, you know, like,
okay. But
like,
but in your head, you were like, oh shit.
I was like, I wish that I was like, I don't know this. I don't think he meant it like that, you know. But then when it happened, like, because he was going to Minneapolis, like with some people for like the Derek Chauvin verdict, and like I was staying, and I was like crying. It was like early morning, and I was like, you know. But yeah, he like said it, and then I was like so embarrassing, like I love you. I love you too. Like I said it like so quickly, like a vomit.
Yeah.
Like the moment after he said it, I was like, I love you too. Because I had been holding it in, you know.
Damn.
So maybe one day you'll
awesome.
vomit it out. But it was so, you know, like it's also just
That'd
very
be
hard
great.
to know when like everybody else could see it, right? Everyone else could be like, you guys are obsessed with each other. Obviously he's in love with you. And I'd be like,
that would be nice too.
yeah. But the most that like as much as people will tell you, like you're still gonna be a crazy, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might not need to hear it first. You know?
I think it's just like I feel like whenever like I'm always able to find the words and be smooth when it's organic, and if I ever force it, it's just like it's awful. It's really bad.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm all about just like
you don't gotta play that
when it
guy.
happens.
You could just be yourself. Be Rajat.
Yeah, exactly. You're off. Just like be Rajat.
Just be Rajat. It's like so original.
Yeah.
And then you actually become just like Rajat, and like you're like Seal. Have you ever considered that? Where you have one name.
Like
I added
cool.
names.
Yeah.
Maybe you just become Rajat.
Maybe I can take drop the Suresh.
Yeah.
Sean Parker.
Get that
Drop the
shit out of here. No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
Or I could be the Rajat.
I think
The Rajat.
just be the Rajat.
Be the Rajat.
I think
You
the
want
moment
to
you
see in the
start
world.
thinking of yourself as the Rajat is when the person will come into your life, who will also be like,
man, yes.
there he is, the Rajat
That's the
for
Rajat.
me.
That's sweet. That's the Rajat.
I think it's all gonna happen so soon. Rajat, the Rajat. This has been so much fun. I'm so glad we finally re-recorded this episode, and I think it's probably better than the last one.
I think it is.
I think we've grown.
Thank you. I think we've both grown. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like the stories might have been a bit tighter in the first episode, but I think this was more genuine, and it's probably better that it was tighter. That it was less tight.
I mean, this is what I want. We want the real Rajat, okay? And we're getting the real Rajat in the headphones. And if you like what you hear. You mentioned before thinking about this girl listening to your music late at night. Do you want to tell us a song that we could play out? Maybe a song or two?
I was thinking about the songs because this is my favorite part of the podcast,
which is the very little part of the podcast now.
I'm sorry.
But no, it's fine. We love music. Do you want to come back and do a bonus episode about crush songs? Because we could do that.
Oh, I'd be so down. I love crush songs, but
we'll sketch.
I remember the ones I picked for our first pod, and it was "Oh Darling" was one of them.
Yes.
I think the second one was Passion Pit because I was really into Passion Pit in high school. It was carried away by Passion Pit. And then the third one was Sixpence None the Richer, Kiss Me.
Oh, I love it. Let's go out on let's do a little moment of Passion Pit for the millennials in the chat. Oh, what a moment in time. Is he gay now? I think he's gay now. Passion Pit, I think he's gay now. Good for him.
Oh, he's gay now?
I think so.
That's great. Hey, I'm cool with it.
This is really a moment. Wow.
I can't believe I was so into this in high school.
It's so like it's so like bubble gum, you know? Like it's
really bubble gum, yeah.
But it does make me think of just like driving around Miami. It's a very good Miami kind of
Yes.
vibe, you know.
This was popping off in my car.
See, this is how you know that you're secretly very sincere, because only sincere motherfuckers get into this shit.
Oh man, the chorus. I love it. It's so catchy.
It is catchy.
I love it.
And then the other one was the absolute classic, and we will go
Dawson's
to
Creek
it.
vibes. Yeah.
And we're looking for a kiss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That, I mean, as a kissless virgin, you know, this is your song.
Yeah, this is your song. Please,
Yeah.
please kiss me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rajat, what do you want to plug today? First of all, kissing, obviously. What do you want to tell the folks?
I don't know. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you want.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Anything else you want to check out?
No.
Now that I have, yeah. How can I help you, Rajat, with my huge audience to get the bullness bump?
Yeah. You gotta get the Twitter. That's all I got.
That's Twitter.
Yeah.
And please, someone let's kiss Rajat. Someone let's kiss Rajat. And then
Or don't.
Or don't. Only if you want.
Yeah, actually don't. Yeah.
We should only kiss if we want to.
And before she says kiss me, I always say don't. I whisper that to myself. Because I can't, I gotta be, I can't, oh my God.
Can't compromise the brand.
They're gonna brutalize me on the fucking,
on the fucking
Reddit forums. They're gonna kill me.
Oh man.
I'm gotta be.
Tell them to come on over here. I'll talk to them. I'll talk it out.
Okay.
You know, we'll be okay. I'll give them all a little kissy. I'll talk to my boyfriend about it first.
Oh my God.
If they want.
Ruin their lives.
Well, this has been a Classroom Crush with Rajat. Bye.
Yeah.
We'll just go like this. Kind of bop for a second.
So good.
Oh, and this is the moment. Don't kiss me. Don't kiss me.
Wasn't there like a cover of this song?
Newfound Glory,
Was
yes.
harder.
Newfound Glory. Newfound Glory?
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course.
Kiss me.
I mean, we could just play this kind of for you and me right now. Because
okay.
does go extremely hard. I've talked about this before on the show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, same. Still got that.
But it goes like this. Kiss me.
Oh yeah.
The green grass.
Such
Swing.
Oh my God.
I mean,